everybody, it's Bunny, and today I'm going to be doing another one of my infamous paranormal videos. So first of all, I want to give a couple shout outs to some other people that I've found on YouTube or have actually found me who are also really into the paranormal stuff, and I've been really enjoying the stories that they've been sharing with me. And if you like my paranormal videos, you'll probably like theirs too. So the first shout out goes to BeautyCreep. She's been posting paranormal videos for about 3 weeks to a month now, but she's been doing some really awesome graveyard tour videos and telling some really awesome stories. She posted 2 videos to my paranormal forum actually, so her channel is just really badass. Another person that you've got to check out their evidence is ParanormalOuija, and he's actually been communicating with a ghost box with his brother who recently passed away, but he's caught some really awesome evidence so far, and I know he's working on uploading some new videos of some new evidence lately, so definitely go check out his channel. Another person that you've got to check out the video she just posted to my forum, let me look up her name again. It's like a bunch of letters that I don't know how to sound out, so I'm so sorry. xnatdx. I'm gonna list it right down here, because like I said, I have no idea. I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. But the response that she just posted about her paranormal experiences on my paranormal forum is really badass, so please go check it out. So tonight, I'm going to be talking about nighttime paranormal experiences that I've had, because I've had literally so many personal messages asking me if I have dreams about the paranormal, if I've ever had paranormal experiences at nighttime, so many stories that y'all have shared with me. Pretty Glam Rock just posted a video to my paranormal forum about her nighttime paranormal experiences. So this is a subject I've kind of hinted at with a couple of my other paranormal videos. If you watched my video about childhood paranormal experiences, I posted that over a month ago. But I used to get woken up as a child every single night, sometime in the hour of 3, with this shadow figure that would like monotonously bang its head on my window. And I also did a Valentine's Day blog where I did this thing I've been pondering about. I constantly dream about the same guy that I've never met, who's named Charlie or Charles, and I always find out that he's either dead or he ends up dead by the end of my dream, or somehow I just know he's dead. It's always the same guy. So that's kind of like a nighttime dream experience that I've had involving the paranormal. I'll go ahead and just put links to those 2 videos in the Dropbox in case you're new to my channel and you're curious about those stories. I'll just go ahead and link them, but for the sake of you who have been subscribed to me for a while or have already seen that, I'll spare rehashing that whole detail. So here's another experience that I've had with the paranormal, and I actually haven't really talked about this one before because it kind of weirds me out. But I've had some other people share some stuff with me, so I figure I should go ahead and open up with you guys and let you know what has happened to me. My grandpa just unfortunately passed in December. We were really close. And he had passed while I was asleep, because they think he died at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I was very much asleep at that time, but I had woken up at about 11 o'clock that morning, just woken up out of nowhere, and then fell immediately back asleep, and I had a dream about him. It was like he was there. We were kind of talking. It was just like casual talking. We used to go out and get coffee together all the time, so it was like a situation like that. We were just talking about, he was a farmer, and so we were talking about just stories he would have told me. He was just there, you know. It was just like he was just there in a rocking chair, and I woke up and my parents told me that he had died that morning. I had that experience also before. I had a great aunt. We were also really close, my Aunt Mabel. I had a dream about her the night before she died. So it's kind of strange. I don't really like dreaming about people who are in ill health because it makes me think that they're going to die now. There's something more creepy and fun for me and less depressing. I like to think that my paranormal experiences kind of they kind of rise and fall, especially with experiences in my house. Sometimes my house is very active, stuff happens all the time, and sometimes there'll be months, I don't know why I said that like that, months at a time where it's just really nothing. And so I'm going to tell y'all about a bunch of experiences that go on and off. This is a really fascinating experience that I had one time. Some of you who may know me already know that I'm a fashion designer. I make clothing. So a lot of times, especially if I'm in the middle of a project, I will just have fabric all over my floor. So this was about October, November of last year, because I was actually working on a Halloween costume for myself. I had just tons of very lightweight, gauzy, black, kind of it's a very lightweight netting fabric. It's like when you're not really completely asleep, you're just kind of in that state there. I had seen, literally, I wrote a poem about this because it was so crazy I didn't want to forget it. It was a man who had formed up under this fabric, and he was sitting like this, like with his knees like that, with his arms. Okay, a man's figure. And it was like the fabric was over his face. Y'all are totally gonna think I'm making this up, but I swear I'm not making this up. I've never told a living soul about this just because I know people are gonna be like, what? But it was like the fabric was covering, it looked like a shroud. It was like the fabric was covering his face, but it's like I could see it moving, the fabric moving in and out in front of his mouth. So I don't know what that's about. That happened about 3 times, and it hasn't happened since. And I don't have the fabric on my floor anymore, so I don't know. Another thing that happened to me at night, it was like this stuff, it was all in the span of October, November. Like, all this stuff happened at once. Because what happened one night, and I sleep with the TV on, okay, so this is how loud that was. It was over that. My closet, about, goodness, like 9 years ago, I took the doors off of my closet in my room, just so it's like open, and what happened is it was like this faint knocking, and it sounded like it was coming from inside of the wall. Okay, my closet backs up to like a living room coat closet in the entryway, and it was like this knocking. It was like this, like that, just real faint, and it would be like 5 knocks and it would stop, and it would be like 90 seconds later and it would be just another like 5 knocks, and I turned I turned down the volume on the TV because I was like, okay, like, is this coming from my TV? Is this coming from outside? What is this? But it was just like knock, knock, knock. And I went like right up to my closet, and literally all I have in there is like clothes and like a couple mirrors, just old stuff, like nothing that could be falling or rattling around. And it literally sounded like it was in between like the 2 walls. It sounded like it was in between the wall. And I'm like, okay, what is this? And literally this went on for 45 minutes. And it's like, you know, it's like having a paper cut. Like you're not like screaming in agony and being like, oh God, you know, but it's like after a while it just starts to get on your nerves, you know? And finally I said out loud, I was like, okay, it's time to go to bed. Stop it. Because it was like 3:30, 4 in the morning. I had school the next day. I was like, stop it. I was like, this is not a time to talk. And it stopped. It was so crazy. And then literally the next night after, I was like, okay, stop. And now I've never been touched by anything in my house before. But I was asleep and I got woken up by something grabbing my ankles. It was like something had wrapped the comforter around my ankles and like grabbed my ankles. And that time I was like, cut it out, like immediately, because I don't know. I've never had anything in my house touch me before. I've never had anything in my house touch me subsequent because I got pissed off real quick and I was like, stop it. I was like, quit it right now. But it was 2 hands. It was like 2 hands, like right around my ankles. Woke me up immediately. Like, craziness, right? But lately, this week, stuff has been flared up again. I had the same experience with the knocking on the wall, except for it's always on the wall where my closet is. But I used to see the ghost of a little boy in my closet, so I don't know, maybe he's back. Maybe he's like, Bunny. But it was like the opposite corner of my wall, but it was literally like somebody taking their fingernails and going like that. It was like a scratching on the wall. And it was coming from like the higher section. It was almost more a blunt sound. It wasn't like, I have fingernails, so it wasn't like that. It was almost like a rubbing sound. It was really weird. But that didn't bother me, so I just carried on with whatever I was doing, and didn't vocalize anything. And then, the other night, I actually made a tweet about this, but I was sitting with my back to my door, and the door just opened. And I shut my door. Like, I make sure it, like, clicks. I don't sit with my door open. I don't know why, it just weirds me out. So I always make sure my door is shut. And this thing, like, what was it? I don't know. Actually not what, who. My door just, like, the knob turned and the door opened. And once again, I was home alone. Who did this? I don't know. But I have, like, brass knobs that are hollow, so whenever your hand touches it, it kind of makes a rattling noise, if that makes any sense. So it was like the doorknob pushed in, rattled, and then my door opened. And that also happened at night. Things seem to stir up more at night. I don't know why. Because my theory is if a place is haunted at night, it's haunted during the day. Please keep your responses coming. Please keep sharing your paranormal experiences with me. I know it's been a while since I've done a paranormal video, but I did go on an investigation about 2 weeks ago now, and my tech has all of the footage, and so he's putting it together, but he actually does like video compiling and stuff for a living, so he's super picky about how videos get strung together, so that's why that's taking so long to post. But I will have the evidence and at least to show y'all an investigation if we didn't catch anything. I hope we got at least something, and I am going to do a spirit box session in one of my favorite graveyards really, really soon. I'm hoping sometime this week. I don't know what graveyard I'm going to go to yet. I haven't really picked it out. Because I have several that I've had experiences with, so I'm just trying to decide which one I want to go to first. But as usual, please take a moment to subscribe, comment, let me know what y'all think, share more of your experiences with me. Please feel free to video response to this video if you don't want a video response to the other one. That one's kind of getting old now. I feel like I should redo it and have everyone post to it again. Yes, and you can also follow me on Twitter. I'll put my name right down here. And as always, I just want to put it out here. If y'all don't want everyone to see your experiences, I understand some people ask me not to share and just want to PM me their experiences, but I'm always so interested in hearing everyone's experiences with the paranormal. So if you don't want to put it out here for everybody, at least share it with me, please. PM it to me, and I'd like to hear what's going on. So I will see you guys later.